in trade rumors.
No good on that one.
And for Shumpert, his shooting numbers were down last season. He'd shot over 40% from long range in year 2, but was down to 33% last season. That can happen sometime in the course of a career. Still good from the corners with Shumpert, but perhaps he shot too many from above the arc.
Lets it fly from 18. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Dellavedova lays it up and banks it in. Dellavedova's got 6.
And guys, for Shumpert, where he's got to improve is finishing around the ring. With his size and athleticism, I think he could be better scoring in the paint.
Cavaliers leading. James left side. And it's good. James has got his second basket.
Boy, Kevin, what a sweet stroke from LeBron that trip.
The drive by Rubio. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. It's stolen. Here's the break. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Mozgov. 6 points for LeBron.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. A different look now for Cleveland. Marion comes in for Mozgov. And Smith subbed in for Shumpert. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Wiggins. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Martin kicks to Muhammad. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. Here's Martin. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Martin's got 5 points so far.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish, even.
Levine kicks to Muhammad. They get a hand on it. Kevin Martin on the wing. Pulls up on the elbow. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Now here's Muhammad. Defense is right there. It's Martin on the wing. Here's Dang. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Cavaliers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. Iman Shumpert is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Mozgov in the pivot spot, manning the middle. Minnesota with the rebound.
Andrew Wiggins still developing his offensive game for sure, but he's quite advanced defensively for a player so young. His mobility and that 7-foot wingspan, he can get up into you and take away your airspace.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though we grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. Well, Wiggins, with the quickness of a shooting guard, the reach of a big man, he can really take away your airspace.
Yeah, he's got tremendous physical tools, a combination of assets that you rarely see. And he's young and he's hungry and eager. Boy, I think he understands how to defend at a high level, and that's where I think he can really make his mark, Kevin, as a defender.
So, timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
J.R. Smith's checked in for the Cavaliers. And stolen by Jang. And he's...
Watch out! Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that. Now here's LeBron. Mozgov with the bucket. And Minnesota has possession. Here's Levine. Here's Martin. And the shot falls short this time. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
The Cavs were an all-out mess last year. A lot of that was because of their depth. They just did not have the punch off the bench to keep leads or bring them back into games.
Minnesota calls timeout.
With the Cavs, their score differential for their reserves really tells the story. Just way too many points given away when that second unit came onto the floor. It was something they needed to address in the offseason, and they did.
Anthony Bennett.
Some changes for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jang. Anthony Bennett comes in for Payne. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Martin. Rubio the pass to Levine. The drive by Rubio. Sinks that one from the post. Rubio's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. And for the Cavs, depth certainly won't be an issue this time around. A lot of changes and growth for them, resulting in a much deeper and talented roster.
And, you know, Kevin, people still underestimate the importance of having a strong bench. The Cavs really struggled with that last year, but with LeBron starting and pushing former starters to the bench, they'll be in a much stronger position.
Here's Smith, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Here we go, one-on-one. Deft touch on the alley-oop. Now it's a 4-point Minnesota lead.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Mozgov dishes to James. Three-pointer. Tries it again. Mozgov with the bucket. Mozgov's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And Pekovic throws it down.
Yes,
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Shawn Marion, he's checked in for Thompson. Jones comes in for James. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. Timberwolves leading by 4. The drive by Rubio. Here's Wiggins. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Kevin Garnett.
Minnesota making a switch here. Garnett's checked in. Here's Rubio. Drilled from 11 feet out. Rubio's got 4 points in the quarter.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Well, anytime you can make more than half your shots, Clark, you take that any day of the week.
Marion kicks to Smith. And it's Shumpert penetrating. The wide open look here for Marion. Second shot opportunity. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Iman Shumpert. Here's Garnett. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Coming on the floor for Timberwolves.
Martin goes in. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he was just a shade under 90% from the free throw line last season.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And so we wrap up the first half. Timberwolves ahead, up 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One guy who's been getting it done is Kevin Martin.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Again, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
The Cavaliers trail by 6.
Minnesota is in a bit of a difficult spot with their road games. They always have to travel a great distance to get to opposing sites because they're in the Western Conference, and that can take a toll over the course of the season.
Checking out the group for Flip Saunders to start the second half. Rubio and Martin manning the back. Pekovic is out there with Garnett, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Yes, Kevin, LeBron James joining a younger team with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He said, "We're not ready right now. It will be a long process. My goal is still to win as many titles as possible, but what's most important for me is bringing one trophy back to Northeast Ohio. Our city hasn't had that feeling in a long, long time." Kevin, what a worthy goal.
Cleveland's last pro championship back in 1964, Doris. Thanks.
I guess you could say those lengthy travel distances for Minnesota took their toll last year.